Hey, my name is Jaya. I am a martial artist, a wannabe filmmaker, and an absolute kung fu nerd. Martial arts have always been in my life for what seemed like forever now. And as I— Look, dude, we get it, alright? Let's just cut to the chase. I have officially left the Shaolin Temple. I don't think there's much for me to learn in terms of Kung Fu. There's not really a serious community of martial art practitioners or just Kung Fu in general in the temple. Tuition increase, curriculum change, and of course, politics. They actually wanted me to leave. I thought that, Shaolin Temple wasn't as messy as it really is. I think I've seen all that I needed to see, and I think I've really experienced all that I needed to experience. Alright, first training session at the very comfortable hour of 5:30 in the morning. Let's go. Sometimes Shaolin isn't all about the running up mountains and doing crazy kung fu and going all day every day. Sometimes it's about building the Lego Eiffel Tower with an 11-year-old
that I bought for him.
Yes,
Love.
I was gonna say an 11-year-old rich roommate. This is also a form of cultivation. Am I right? Whoa, dude, that is a little too close to my face right there. So it looks a little spooky, but this is the stairs to the basement underneath the office. And here down here we have a nice little wall of the students, his foreign students, documentary screenshots. Just, the stuff he's done. This is a Master Hu on a Korean newspaper. These guys look familiar. Wonder where I've seen them before. But anyways, this is the training hall. You got the nice Xinyiba guys from the murals. Xinyiba training hall. Anyways, I got the keys. Turn on the lights and bam. It ain't much, but holy crap. Look at that. So you have like the reproduction of the murals in Shaolin Temple. One there and one here. So this is the famous monks training. You got my guy Wu right here. Anyway, so this is one of the iconic ones. Bam! So you can see the second one right here. And here we have the weapons, right? You got the double sword, guandao, spear, staff, double broadsword, all that good stuff. And here's the Xinyiba guys. Very cool, very neat. I like the aesthetic. Actually, no, I changed that. I love the aesthetic. Right here we have a nice weapons rack. You got an interesting helm. I guess he's into pirates too, which makes it even cooler. Got a fridge, some drums, or rather one drum. And we have a rubbing of a steel depicting my guy Kinara. Alright, as you can see, holding his staff, looking angry as always. And then we have some old tables. These tables look like they've seen quite a bit of stuff. So, ooh, and we have a very nice, it's not a painting, it's like something that's pressed into the material. But anyways, let's go on here. It's my guy right here. We got a big Milofo statue and 2 bikes. The ceiling's not very high, so you can't really do anything too crazy like jumps or long weapons, but you know, in the winter times when it gets cold, or if you just want to find somewhere quiet by yourself to train, this is perfect. And I think all we really need, in my opinion, is just a mirror right here so you can see what you're doing, and it would be chef's kiss. But anyhow, this is super cool. Oh, and by the way, in case you guys are wondering what this door led to, I have a washroom down here, which is surprisingly features a sitting toilet, which I did not expect. Yo, I don't mean to brag or anything, but I think this place is legitimately one of the coolest places you can train at, because not every day do you get to train staring at the frickin' Shaolin mural. Like, dude, this place has the perfect vibes down. Yo, what is going on, everybody? This is my 11th month here at Shaolin. See, I didn't say at the Shaolin Temple because I'm no longer at the temple, but you know, it's still Shaolin. I'm at a Shaolin school. But anyways, dude, my 11th month, I cannot believe it. This is it. From this point on, there will only be 1 month left. I will only have 1 more month before I go back. And I know I keep saying this. I keep saying, oh, it felt like it was just yesterday. You know, I felt like I've only been here for like 1 month. But it really has. I can't really fathom the fact that I've been here in these mountains for a year now. And, you know, every day I wake up and I see these mountains all around me. And it's just, time really does fly by when you're having fun or just messing around, or both. But anyhow, boy, do I have a lot to share with you. First of all, as per my last update, you saw that I left the temple. I came to this school right here. 1 month training here. So compared to the temple, how was it? It is very different because, like I mentioned before, the temple is the temple first and foremost. Training doesn't really come up on their list of priorities. So while training at the temple, it was fun. It also mostly depended on who your instructor was. If you had a good instructor, like I was fortunate enough to have, then you're gonna have good training. But if you end up with some of the lazier ones, which I also did when I first got here, then you're not gonna have a great time training. This school is completely different because it's a martial arts school. There's no, you know, temple activities. There's no Buddhist stuff. It's just training every single day. Well, also there's like school, but you know, I'm not a kid anymore, so I don't have to do that. So this is just training all day, every day. And by all day, every day, I literally mean all day, every day. We get up at 5:30. We train for about an hour. We go eat breakfast, and then at around 8:30 to 11, we train again, and then we eat lunch, afternoon break, and then 2:30 to 5, some classes train again, and then we go back, we eat dinner, and then 7:30 to 8:30, we train again for the evening. And for bonus rounds, if you're really into it, you could do extra training from 9 to 10 with the assistant coaches. And the coolest part is Master Hu, you know, the guy I was talking to you guys about earlier, he would personally guide you from 9 p.m. to 10 with the assistant coaches if you show up. So that is really freaking cool. So it's literally all day, every day training. Temple, we only did 4 hours a day, and I thought, whew, that was rough.
coming here, man, that 4 hours is nothing, bro. You know, as a foreign student, you're not obligated to show up to every training session, right? You can kind of pick and choose depending on your time and, you know, how much rest you need and stuff and how much you want to train. But, you know, personally, I try to do as much as I can. But these days, I usually do morning and then before lunch, and then afternoon I kind of take the afternoon off because I would usually maybe edit videos and, you know, do stuff, and then I show up for the night and then late night. So that's kind of my schedule, and it's great. Honestly, I love it because there's nothing stopping you from learning whatever you want. At the temple, we had a problem. It's like you can't really train with whoever you wanted because of politics. This monk isn't cool with that monk. So if you go and hang out with this monk too much and that monk sees it, then, you know, that monk's not gonna like it, and that monk is close to the abbot, and then, you know, they're gonna get me in trouble, so you can't hang out with, you know, this monk because of that monk, right? That's basically kind of how the temple goes. You know, even if you have a good relationship with a certain monk, you can't really train with them, or at least you can't really let people see. And, you know, it's not just me who's ran into that problem, right? Some other foreign students have also gotten into trouble from the Foreign Affairs Office because they wanted to train with someone else who wasn't part of Foreign Affairs, and then, you know, Foreign Affairs saw and then blah, blah, whatever, and it's messed up, man. You know, honestly, I'm not gonna get into that, but basically, but there's none of that here. There's none of that here. You get to pick whoever you want to train with, whichever coach, whichever class, and nobody's gonna say anything about it. There's no barrier to me trying to learn and suck up as much information from this place and as much training as I can get from here before I leave. So basically, for the mornings, I would train with the competition kids. I think, in my opinion, they're probably like the top class of this entire school. They're training to go out there to compete, to win medals, and so you already know they be drilling all that stuff, like the nandus, the flips, and all the tricks and stuff. You know, at Shaolin, I think I learned a good fair share of traditional and performance, but I think in terms of facility wise, the temple did not really have the best, in my opinion. I mean, they had nice mats, but like the carpet, they had dog poop on the carpet, and then it was just old, and, you know, the training hall, there's a leak in the roof, so not the most ideal place to train. But here they have like a nice proper training hall, as you probably see in the clips before, and then, you know, it's nice, and then we get to practice falls. I've always wanted to practice falls, but I never really gotten the chance to. Anyways, yeah, so in the mornings I train with the competition kids, you know, which it's probably my favorite class, I'll be completely honest, right? Because you're in there with like the best of the best kids in this school, and trust me, bro, like when you're in there as a 24-year-old and you're taller than everybody, but everybody there is better than you, faster, jumps higher, bro, you get humbled real quick. The coach is really chill, and he's really good too. So he comes to me, he gives me advice, he helps me out. I just love the energy. And then in the evening and late night sessions, I would usually train with the traditional guys. You know, I've been picking up a lot of traditional, right? Xiaohongquan, right? I finally learned Xiaohongquan, the traditional Hu Jingsheng style. Also, I've been just picking up some traditional weapon forms. 对练, right? So weapon versus weapon forms. Now that's something I've always wanted to do, but never really gotten the chance to. But here, I finally did it. I picked up some weapons, the Guandao versus the spear, which in my opinion is probably the coolest partner form 对练 of all time. Now this is, I think, what makes really the biggest difference, in my opinion, training here and the temple. It's not just the fact that I have no barrier, no restriction, nobody stopping me from learning whatever I want. I think the most important thing, in my opinion, is the people that I'm training with in this environment. Now, don't get me wrong, I really enjoy training at the temple. I love training at the temple, right? But the thing is, and, you know, I'm not bragging, I swear, I'm not trying to make myself sound good, but usually I would be the one leading the classes, as you probably see in, again, the footage from the vlogs and stuff. You know, when you're in the environment where you are better than most of the other people, you don't get pushed yourself. And that really changed when I got here, because like I said, again, all the kids are better than me. So when you're in that environment, when the coach is pushing the kids and the kids are really going at it and they're already better than you, you have to pick your butt up and try and follow along. So you not only you end up pushing yourself, but these kids and the coach also pushes you. That's one of the reasons why I love it here. It's just such a cool environment, man. And, you know, like, I thought I was gonna be lonely, but I wasn't. You know why? Because these kids are fun to play with. You know, I don't know if I'm just like too immature for a 24-year-old. Maybe I'm just like a kid stuck in an adult body, but like, I really enjoy hanging out with these kids, right? You know, and I found many good friends among the kids at the school. And that's something I didn't really expect, but, you know, it's nice. So I'm never really that lonely because there's always kids that want to hang out with me and stuff, including my roommate. Also, again, you probably saw in the videos, but yeah, it's great. The environment's great. Food is great as well. Also, you may have noticed. Ooh, what is this? What is this? New drip. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. We got that new drip. I love track jackets. You know, so this is this is just cool. This is like, yeah, and this is free too. You know, I didn't spend extra on this, right? I just paid for my 1 month, and the uniform is included. So, and I love it, bro. Look at this. It's got that the two dudes from the mural, and then, you know, Shaolin 传统武术学校, right? And then, you know, it's got the I mean, like the color scheme, bro. You already know I love my red and yellow, my McDonald's color, right? And like red and yellow, they're two major Dragon Lord's colors as well. So just saying. Oh, also, I just want to talk a little bit about the principal, Master Hu. So, you know, I've talked about meeting him last time in March, and then I was saying how, like, oh my god, this dude's a legend and stuff like that. You know, upon getting to know him better, obviously, because, you know, I'm in his school and he lives in the school with me. He is such a cool guy. Honestly, he's such a genuine guy. You can feel his passion for martial arts. You can feel his passion for also teaching and passing it down. And, you know, again, as I mentioned before, right, for the late night 9 to 10 p.m. training sessions, right, he would be personally there coaching the assistant coaches, and if you show up, he'll also be there for you. And then, so, you know, some nights we would train, some nights, you know, we go to his office, they have a meeting, and then we talk about martial arts stuff. And, you know, he's such a treasure trove of knowledge, right? He's very much like, you know, my previous shifu, the older gentleman, right, whom I've had the pleasure of training with. And what's really cool is that a lot of what Master Hu is saying to me matches perfectly with what my previous shifu was telling me as well, which, you know, goes to show that there is some consistency in traditional Shaolin Kung Fu, and also that I'm kind of on the right path. The more people I meet, the more consistent information I get from them, and like, okay, that's probably facts then, you know, because if one person says one thing and another person says another thing about the same thing, then there's gonna be doubt. But if two people, especially two well-respected masters, say the same thing about, you know, the same thing, then that's a good sign. Anyway, so yeah, he's a treasure trove of knowledge, and he's so passionate about teaching. He's such a cool and funny guy too, right? And I just love how casual he is. You know, he doesn't really put himself up there. He's not like, you know, oh, I'm the principal, I'm the shifu, you know, you guys have to like bow down to me every time you see me, you know, you gotta respect me, and I won't even look at you. No, he's like, he would go up to students, he would go up to coaches, he would go up to people like me and everybody, basically just asking how they're doing, you know, inviting us to train and have tea and stuff like that. It's just so nice, right? He's such like a down-to-earth, genuine dude, and he just, you can tell he loves what he does. And I think because of that passion, it also, you can feel it in the school. It's not like, you know, one of those nightmarish kung fu schools that you might think of. This school is actually a really nice environment, in my opinion, and they really do their best to take care of the kids, which is really nice to see. I love Master Hu. I love training with him. I love just how much he has to offer and how willing he is to offer his knowledge. And he told me, right, he's like, I'm here, right, if you're willing to learn from me, you're more than welcome to, but if you want to do something else, you want to learn something else from other people, just go ahead, I don't care, right? And I think that's the attitude we need more of, especially in the temple these days. There's no need to gatekeep, right? There's no need to, I know why you gatekeep, I know why certain monks gatekeep. They want to make themselves feel special, they want to make themselves feel respected, but like, I don't think there's any room for that type of stuff, especially in Shaolin, especially in traditional Chinese martial arts, because, you know, the more you gatekeep, the more it dies out. So, I mean, it's such a huge contrast training with Master Hu here, also, and just here in general, compared to some of the people I've met and I've trained with at the temple. It's just like, ooh, you know, like, I've seen it all, basically, you know, I've seen the worst of the worst, and I've seen the best of the best. It's crazy to see, like, the difference, like how different people who do the same thing see the same thing that they do. It's just, it's great though, you know, like I said before, right? It's very eye-opening, and I always love to experience all these little nitty-gritty details, you know? It's not just like the Kung Fu, it's not just like the Buddhism or the cultivation, but like, you know, everything. I'm really grateful that I had the experience and had the chance to experience. Oh, and just one last thing I wanted to say, you know, I was really hesitant to leave the temple because I didn't want to lose my friends, I didn't want to lose that familiarity, but I have to say, them not wanting me to stay is probably the best thing that's happened to me here. It gave me that final push, that nudge out the door, as Gandalf would say, to really explore the other places and the other schools and what they had to offer. And honestly, I have to thank them, because the past month of training was probably the most fun, the most I've learned in 1 month in a long time, in my opinion. I've learned so much in the past 1 month, and I've had so much fun, and I enjoy training so much. You know, I haven't felt this way about training for quite a while. Not since when my old shifu was training me, but like, so anyways, coming out of Shaolin was the best thing, really, that's happened to me. Shout out to the Foreign Affairs Office for kicking me out, because now I'm having the best time of my life because of you guys, so mwah. But anyways, this is it. One more month to go, and my journey comes to an end. I don't know what I'll say when that time comes. I don't know how I'll be feeling, so I guess I'll just save it for my next monthly update. I'm gonna do my all to enjoy and savor the next 31 days, and you guys will be there right along the journey with me. So I will see you guys in 1 month, my last month, starting now. Let's do this. Amitofo. Oh wait, I haven't said Amitofo in so long. See you guys then.
You'll see all these buses. It's because today is the day that the kids from the Kung Fu schools get to go home for the holidays. The school's about to be real empty, and it's just gonna be me, Master Hu, and some of the other guys that stay, and that should be interesting. But unfortunately, no more big class training, but I'm looking forward to some nice private, I guess you could say, some private sessions with Master Hu.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. This is my 12th and final month training at Shaolin. I cannot believe this. I absolutely cannot even express the amount of disbelief I am feeling right now. 12 months training Kung Fu in China. Dude, I just did that. Here I am at the end of my journey. I don't even know what to say. Honestly, I don't even know. I can't really sum up 12 months of experience of training, of just living in China and everything. into one video. In all honesty, it's not that different from every other monthly update. It's just that this one is the last. Everything that I want to say now, I've already said before in previous updates. You know, I've learned so much. I've met so many great people. I've experienced so much at the temple and also at the school. And I've learned a lot about the truth of things, that certain things may not be the way they seem. And that's okay, because you know, you need to go out there. I had to, you know, get out of my house, step out of my comfort zone in Canada to come all the way here and to see how things are really like for myself, because you know, people have told me, but I didn't believe them and I didn't want to, because I wanted to see it firsthand. And now that I have, it was worth every penny, every step I've taken, everything that I've done over the past year. It was worth it. And I'm very glad, and I cannot express how glad and how happy I am to have done it. I'm so glad that I decided to go out there, come to China, come to Shaolin, and do this. I am just so glad that I decided to do this. I think right now, like, there's not many words that are coming out of my mouth, just because I gotta take this in myself, you know? Like, as much as I love updating you guys, I also have to kind of process the fact that I just finished 12 months of training, and I gotta leave soon. How will I even adjust to life in Canada after all of this? I don't know, I'll probably be fine, but like, still, I can't believe it. Honestly, I think this update is gonna be a short one, just because, again, everything that I want to say, I think I've already said in previous updates. The last month of training really was no different, you know, just been doing a lot of skill development, right? Boring stuff, you know, like pistol squats, leg training, and, you know, trying to just work on the 6 harmonies, get the breathing and everything. Because the kids are on break now, there's only about 40 to 50 students left in the school, so it's not as, I guess you could say, hype, right? There's no really group training anymore, but you know, I still go in the training hall, I still put out the mats, and I still just, you know, work on my own jumps and stuff every once in a while, just to keep it going. So it's been a pretty chill last month of training. Again, it's also like the middle of winter, right? Surprisingly, no snow. There's really nothing else too crazy that I really need to say. It's just, it's done. This arc, this journey is over, and I have to say I am quite proud of myself for sticking through this whole 12 months. I always will remember my first month update very clearly, because I remember my exact mentality at that time. I was just thinking, holy crap, I've been here for a month only and it felt so long, and I don't know how I'll ever survive 12 months of this. And then, but also it was nice, because I was like, okay, I still got like 11 more months to go. That's such a long time to, you know, train and get better and meet people and stuff like that. And just like that, in the blink of an eye, you know, 12 months have already passed, and again, I need time to process this myself. But this is my last update of this series, of this journey. I just want to say a huge thank you to every single one of my viewers out there, our viewers, Dragon Lord's viewers out there, our subscribers, followers, whatever, everyone that's watched this video or these videos. You know, I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody, right, for sticking with me from beginning all the way to the end. I'm sure it's been a hell of a ride for you guys too, just to see and watch and witness the stuff I've been, I guess you could say, encountering and experiencing here in China. But for sure, it was a very enlightening journey for me. I learned a lot, not just in terms of Kung Fu, I always say, but just in terms of so much. Thank you guys for sticking with me throughout all that. You know, I think making these monthly updates, in a way for me, is to kind of process my own thoughts and feelings. It's a way for me to kind of organize them, right? Every time I experience whatever, right, at the end of every month, you know, I'll make this update to kind of just get my thoughts together and just kind of process like okay, you know, what just happened? You know, what just happened this past freaking month, right? Stuff like that. So again, making these videos is for you guys to see, but also for myself to document and to process the stuff I've experienced. In a way, I am just a little bit relieved, you know, because I'm like, oh my god, you know, I think like when you train for an entire year non-stop, doing something else just for a little bit might be a good thing for me right now. I think maybe, you know, stepping onto set, maybe doing a few action sequences or something like that, you know. I think that would be a nice change for me, and I think I might need that. So I'm a little bit relieved that it's over, like, whew, but I'm a little bit, like, not sad. I'm not like, I don't want to leave, but it's just like, I guess you could say bittersweet, but like it's not really even bittersweet because I know that I'll be back sooner or later. But again, it's just like, wow, this journey, this one is done. I'm excited to see what's coming up next for Dragon Lords and of course for myself. When you've been doing something and you've been at the same place for the past year, that kind of becomes your comfort zone, believe it or not. You know, like training in the mountains here in China kind of became my comfort zone. Yeah. It's been great though, honestly. Again, I would not trade this for anything. I'm just like, I think the key takeaway to like all this yapping is that 1, 12 months is over. I've officially trained in China for an entire year. 2, I am so glad, I'm so happy that I decided to come here. 3, I don't know, what is the third point? Dude, I'm still trying to process. But anyways, thank you guys so much once again. Oh yeah, the 3 is thank you guys so much for sticking with me on this journey. I just want to put this out there. If you guys have any questions regarding training at the Shaolin Temple or, you know, the schools at the Shaolin area, please let me know in the comments or hit me up on Instagram or shoot me an email or whatever. I want to help as many people as I can. When I was trying to come here, I had a lot of questions. There weren't many people that could answer. You know, it's either the people that have been like many years ago when things were different. Also, I have to say the official Shaolin Temple email, the foreign affairs guys weren't particularly helpful or clear with their answers. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for sticking along with me throughout my 1-year journey here training at Shaolin in China. I'm excited to see what's coming next for me. You know, I don't know, maybe opening a school in Canada would be nice and doing some more films. Sounds like a good idea. I don't know. Man, I really don't want to end this because like I think in a way I know that if I end this video, I end this update, then like it's officially over. But then again, as one tale ends, another one will begin. Any last words? I don't know. It was wild. I'll catch you guys in the next Dragon Lords video. This is Jaya, officially signing out from Shaolin, China.